2020 has thrown many challenges at us. One thing that shouldn't be hard is getting an affordable education. At Western Piedmont Community College, we're here to help. Whether you're looking to earn a degree, transfer to a four-year college or university, train for a job, or learn new skills, we have classes for you. Spring registration begins Monday, November 2nd. Visit wpcc.edu/spring or call 448-6046 to learn more. Classes begin January 11th. Make 2021 your best year yet at WPCC.
Good afternoon, Pioneers. I'm Tu Vang, the admissions coach and transfer counselor and part of the enrollment team here at Western Piedmont Community College. Welcome to our fifth and final information session for the month of October. Spring registration officially kicks off next week, and we want to make sure that you have all the information you need to get ready for the 2021 spring semester. As always, if you have any questions, please be sure to drop them in the comment sections and we'll be glad to answer them. Emily, will you let everyone know your role in Student Services?
Hey, I'm Emily Willis. I am the coordinator of Student Affairs and Recruitment here at Western Piedmont. So I work with our SGA, we plan all of the events on campus, and I help with registration during the spring semester. Jennifer?
Hey, I'm Jennifer Probst. I'm Director of Enrollment Management here and at Western Piedmont Community College. I work right in Student Services, and I work with Tu and Emily every day. And we're here to help you guys with any of your questions now and actually going forevermore. And right now, I'd like to make sure that you know that it's not too late to apply for spring registration. Go ahead and get your application in as soon as possible so that we can help get you into the system and get you started as a pioneer. There are a lot of accounts that are involved when you're one of our students. You're going to have a campus email address, a student portal called your Pioneer Pass account, and then there's Moodle, which helps with the online component of classes. So go ahead and get that application in just as soon as you can so the three of us can be here for your questions and help you get started.
Absolutely. That's wonderful, Jennifer. And again, remember to apply, you got to go to our website at www.wpcc.edu. Click on apply in the top right-hand corner of the blue bar and follow the steps. If you still need assistance, you can definitely contact our records technician, Wesley Kaler, at 828-448-3157.
Hey, and you know, there's also that spring page that we have set up on our Western Piedmont site. So students can actually check that out. Shows up right there, right in the middle. And if they'll click there for more information, all the information they need to get started with this is right there. Hey, where can they find like the classes, Emily?
So our classes are listed on our website. As Tu mentioned, we have a blue bar at the top of the page. There is a button that says class schedules. But as Jennifer said, we do have a spring page set up. So if you watch on the main drop page, it'll scroll across on the top of the pictures. If you just click on the spring one for spring registration, it'll pull up and it's going to tell you a plethora of information, including important dates. And our class schedules are listed there. It's got them listed out by if it's an online class, some of our seated options, as well as if it's in the evening, if you're looking for evening options. So feel free to check that out. It's all listed on our website, all of the classes, all of the instructors, and then any special notes you'll need to know. I will make a note, when you click on the page and it pulls up the classes, always check the right-hand column. That's where all of your notes for the class are going to be. So though some of our classes are online, they're hybrid classes. So you will be required to check in with your teacher on certain days at certain times in an online format. So always read that right-hand column to make sure that you know what is going to be expected of you in that class.
And two, how do students register for classes this year?
All right, so you certainly can register yourself, but you definitely do have to contact your advisor. And all of this can be found on your student account, which is known as Pioneer Pass. So once you log into Pioneer Pass, you can click on email my advisor, and it'll show you who your advisor is. Please reach out to them. They can certainly help you with planning your academic schedule and also registering. However, for those students who already know how to register themselves, they can certainly do that through Pioneer Pass. So once they log in, they can search and register for the curriculum or sections. That'll be spring 2021, and then you'll just choose the classes that you want to register for. if students
Isn't there like a handy video though that they could maybe see?
Yes, absolutely. And I was, just about to mention that we do have an awesome video that you can certainly check out on our apply page. So again, just hit on apply. There'll be a link down there that'll take you to a YouTube video that will walk you step by step on how to apply or register yourself for classes in Pioneer Pass.
Just make sure you hit up with your advisor first and talk to them to make sure that you don't have any restrictions on your account before you go in to do that registration.
Absolutely. And the other really good thing about an advisor, though, is we have an advisor for these students so that they go and make the right decisions for the goals that they already have. The advisor is not there to police anything. They're there to actually help a student make it all the way through. So when you meet with an advisor, they're going to talk to you about things like your life schedule, what some of the things are that are going on right now, and like talk about the future in terms of what classes are involved in the particular program that they have found, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking if they'll check out all those pages that we've given them and they'll look at those really fantastic videos that we've done, that would be a really great start. And then, of course, always at 828-448-6046, they'll be able to talk to any of us there for help as well, right?
Yes, absolutely. And I just kind of want to jump again on the Pioneer Pass. So I mentioned that's where you register yourself. Again, that is your student account. When you set up your Pioneer Pass to find out who your advisor is, keep in mind that that's also where you can go to pay for your classes and look up for financial aid information. It's going to be the same login as your campus email and your Moodle as well. So keep in mind that when you set up your account and password for your Pioneer Pass, it's going to apply for everything, all your student account, especially your email and your Moodle account. So Moodle is the online learning management system. So for a lot of students who are looking to get those hybrid or online class, Moodle is where you're going to go to get all your information for your online courses, and it'll be the same login as your Pioneer Pass.
How do they get their books?
So I want to take a moment before we jump into the books to just reintroduce ourselves and to welcome anybody that may just now be jumping on and joining us. My name is Emily Willis. I'm the Coordinator of Student Affairs and Recruitment here at Western Piedmont Community College. Today, we are talking about spring registration. So we're here to answer any questions you may have about spring registration. We're going to go through some information and make sure that you're ready. Tu, if you'll just reintroduce yourself.
Absolutely. My name is Tu Vang. I'm the admissions coach and transfer counselor here at Western Piedmont Community College.
And I'm Jennifer Probst. I'm Director of Enrollment Management here in Student Services.
Let's talk about books.
Let's talk about books. Okay. So the way you find out about your books is you're going to find out once you're signed up for your classes. That's where all that information will begin. And our bookstore is ready to help you with any of that information. They'll provide you with ISBN numbers so that you'll be able to check to make the best choices for buying your books. And if you have financial aid is going to help you with that process as well.
And they don't just have books in the bookstore. I'll also say they have a lot of Western Piedmont swag, such as hats and blankets, shirts. Jennifer's repping a hat today. As well as other things you may need for your class. Some of our classes, such as the art classes, they do carry materials down there that you may need for your class, not just the books.
That's right.
And keep in mind, another pro tip is that once you go to our Bookstore website, there is a self-search engine where you can look up your classes that you're registered for, and it will direct you to what books you'll need for that classes. But again, as always, if you need assistance, please contact our bookstore, and they'll be glad to assist you guys.
Spring registration is going to go on from November the 2nd to December the 4th, right?
Yep.
So everybody needs to get going right now with those applications. If you're a current student and you happen to catch us right here on Facebook, then make sure that you go ahead and make an appointment with your advisor and get started on that side. How about paying for classes? You've mentioned FAFSA. We've talked about where they can find the information in Pioneer Pass. Is there another way to pay?
Yes. So again, you can come in person and pay, but the most common that a lot of students do is through Pioneer Pass. So you can certainly go through Pioneer Pass and you can certainly pay through there, or you can set up a payment plan as well. That has done completely online. It is through Nelnet. So please be sure to visit our website, and we do have step-by-step instructions on how you can set that up to make a payment plan. There are some fees associated with it when you set it up, but again, that's all listed on the website, and it'll walk you through on how to set up the payment plan.
And the information about the payment plan is on that spring page that we keep talking about. So if you get to that spring registration page, that information is listed there as well. All payments for the spring semester, if you've registered by December the 4th, must be made by 5 p.m. on December the 4th. So you have to set up that payment plan by 5 p.m. December the 4th, or pay in full, or make sure you've got financial aid posted to your account. And if you have questions about that financial aid, give Student Services a call. We'll connect you with somebody in financial aid that can talk to you about your account.
Perfect. Do we have any kind of student activities that are going to be going on for spring semester, Emily?
We are hoping to. We're hoping that we're going to be able to hold our spring fling again this year. We did have to cancel it last year, but we are hoping that it's going to be back this spring. We're hoping to maybe be able to do some online things as well, maybe some scavenger hunts, especially around like Valentine's Day and things like that. So we are hoping to be able to do some things on virtually as well as on campus, depending on the situation. So we encourage students to keep an eye on their student email account. We send things out frequently. The Student Government Association, we print or we email a Pioneer Press about every 2 weeks. It goes to student email accounts. It contains all kinds of information. We will be gearing up to start sending out stuff about spring registration, events, anything that's happening on campus and the community. So check your email.
That's cool. I'd like to make sure that in this difficult time that everybody's been having, and it's been difficult all the way around, that we totally encourage students. We are with our students here that are finishing up their semester. Keep at it. Everything's going to be okay. And for those of you who are going to join us for spring semester, please know how excited we are to start a spring semester. 2021 is going to be okay. It's going to be great here. And we're going to do everything we can here in Student Services to make sure that your 2021 spring semester is the best possible, okay? And it begins by preparing now. It begins in this registration period. Let us help you. There's a contact form there on that spring page, so use that if you have any questions or give us a call. Know that it is safe on campus. We are making appointments to meet with students, but when people come onto the campus, just about like everywhere else you go right now, we have you go to a wellness check-in. You are given an armband, and then you are able to walk around the campus and come. Yeah, every one of us has that. So you're given an armband to be able to come on into the buildings and see us. So it's not a restriction. It's about your wellness and your safety. And we want you to understand that. And we are pleased to make appointments and meet with you.
Most definitely.
Yep. That's great to mention, Jennifer. And speaking on that, for those students that are looking to transfer here, I just want to mention some of you may have questions about your transfer transcripts or even placement test scores and where to send them. So I do get that question a lot as a transfer counselor, and what I like to tell a lot of students is just send us the transcripts that you only need to as like for prerequisite to take classes here. So we have a lot of students who are looking to take 1 or 2 classes only, and we certainly understand that. So only send the transcripts that you need to send here to get registered for those classes, such as, English 112. Just send us a transcript that has English 111. We don't need your doctoral or master's transcripts, so do not send those to us. We just need the pre-registered class that you're trying to register for. Now, if you're looking to just transfer completely, then yes, we do need that transcript from your previous community college or even high school if you're coming straight from high school. But again, your master's and your doctoral degree, if you have those, we typically don't need those. And again, the address, if you're wanting the address to send it to us, it's 1001 Berkmont Avenue, Morganton at WPCC.edu. For the electronic, it is, I believe, official transcripts at WPCC.edu, but you can certainly go to our apply page and it will definitely give you that email address as well to send it electronically to us. Same applies for the placement test scores. Typically though, placement test scores are by mail. So again, just send it to that 1001 Berkmont Avenue address.
Okay. I'm not seeing any other questions come across. Do you guys have any other information that you think we ought to share?
I just want to reinforce that spring registration, it starts on Monday, November the 2nd. It's going to end December the 4th. Don't wait. Go ahead and start looking at those classes now. If you have not put an application in, apply today. We're processing in about 48 hours. So go ahead, get your application in, get started with us. Go ahead, look at those classes, start talking to your advisor now. Set up a time to meet with them, to talk to them. They're doing a lot of things virtually, so they'd be glad to talk to you on the phone, via email, or even set up some kind of like Skype situation if that works best for you. Go ahead and start talking to them. Start looking at those classes, plan out that schedule, so when Monday hits, you're ready to roll. You're ready to get registered for those classes.
Perfect.
Yep. Alrighty, so I don't see any questions, so that will conclude our 5th information session. So again, be sure to check out our previous videos for helpful information about the Pioneer experience. Again, they will also be on our WPCC YouTube playlist, so be sure to check them out later. As always, if you have any questions, please reach out to us at 828-448-6046, and we would be glad to help you. From our enrollment team and all our previous student resources area, we really appreciate you joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you next semester. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.